Good afternoon, ladies. I hope it's going okay with all of you. Today we are going to finish up our lavender field. So what you're going to need, you're going to need your paint brushes and your paint. So first of all, we're going to use our, let me just put my glasses on. Okay, let's start there. Okay, first you're going to need a small point brush. So for instance, I've got one of my brushes is the tip needs to be small. So I have different brushes here. So it only going to depend on how big you want the lavender. So I've got 3 different size brushes, and then I've got, this is my favorite brush. I don't know what type of brush. It's a very old brush, as you can see, or rather it's been used a lot of times. But anyway, so it's got a diagonal point. Usually I use this one when I do almost like a when I have to mix 2 colors together and paint on my canvas, or when I want to use like almost a dry brush. Okay, so the color paint we're going to need white, green, black, brown. So I've made my own brown. We're going to use a little bit of brown and yellow. And then if you've got pink, I mix my own pink color because I use a lot of pink in my one of my canvas or one of my paintings, and then purple. But I'm going to show you how I am mixing my purple and how I mix my pinks. And then again, I've got brown here, and I've got my and red if you need to mix your colors. And then we are going to talk more about green, mixing green to have different shades of green. Just hold on, I just want to close the door here so the sound of outside doesn't come in. Okay, I'm back. So first of all, we want to do our lavender field. So I'm going to show you the first one I've done. This is my first lavender field I did. So I'm gonna call it the lavender grass. So we're gonna paint the grass before we paint the lavender flowers. Okay. So we're gonna use 3 different types of 3 different shades of green. The first one is going to be our normal green, and then we're gonna make a dark green that we're gonna add with black, or you can add brown into your dark green, and we're gonna use a yellow green. So we're gonna do that. I think I already, oh no, it's dry. Isn't this very satisfying when you actually take the green, you know, the paint, the old paint of plastic. Okay, so we are going to start first with the green, and then we're gonna do the dark green, and then we're gonna do the yellow green, and also what are we going to do in between. Now we are going to talk about position and rhythm and all those things, but what I want to talk today about the painting is everybody's got a point of view. So when you are sitting, imagine yourself sitting in a lavender field and looking at lavender. The lavender that is more closely and that is close to you are going to look bigger. The lavenders or the flowers that's going to be further away is going to look smaller. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your paintbrush and you're going to start putting on your green. So you can decide which board do you want the biggest and which board do you want the smallest. So I'm going to do my my lavender field, the biggest part I'm going to do on the right hand side, and the smallest I'm going to do on my left hand side. So all I'm going to do, you can choose your own how you want your so as you can see, you can choose where do you want it. Remember, it's your painting. So as you can see, I'm going green on green. I just want to do where I want what. Okay, so you're gonna you can just make a sweep with your lavender, or with your just a brush stroke. You're only going to use your point of your brush. Want to, so you're gonna make like this, just a few brush strokes. Don't worry, we are going to make it darker for you guys, so it's just to get the right spacing and the right, where do you want what. I want a bigger one there. So this one is going to be smaller and this one is going to be bigger, and I'm going to add more lavender this side. Okay, so you're going from the top to the bottom. Okay, so I made a few places. So what I'm green, so I want to do dark green now. We are going over that board again, so I just want my palette knife, so I'm gonna add a little bit. So as you guys can see, I took my dirty palette knife into my, so now just make a darker green, and then I'm going to use the same paintbrush. So now we're gonna add darker brush strokes. I think that's how you say it. Okay, so as you guys can see, now I'm just going over some. So the brush strokes, if you add a thinner brush, you are going to have a thinner line. So for instance, if I'm using this one, oh wait, this with it, it's a little bit hard. Okay. So this brush was a brush that I bought at a discount store. So I'm just going to, and remember the brush strokes can go any direction that you want. So you can just randomly put brush strokes in. So, okay, sorry about the sound in the background. It's just the dishwasher. Okay, now then we are going back again with the green to make it a little bit darker. So I'm going to use the yellow. Just going to take the other palette knife, and I'm going to put a little bit yellow there, and I'm going to use different one. I'm just going to add like this. Then So the yellow is just to break your green, and it brings in more definition, or more definition inside your painting. So you are going to layer your paint. Okay, now I'm going back with the dark. I'm going to try to add more small brush strokes down underneath. Don't worry about the background green. We are going to paint over with the lavenders. So I just want to go a little bit more over some of the dark brush strokes that I use, or where I use dark paint. Just want to go a little bit over it. Just want to add there more. So you can make it your green darker with brown or with black. It depends on, for instance, oh yeah, I don't have it anymore. I made almost like a cocky green. So this is just the tip, and I can go make it there, make it darker, but you don't need to do that. Let me just go over there. So yeah, so it depends on what green do you want for your lavender field. I just want to add smaller now. I'm gonna take this dry brush of mine, and I'm just gonna press it in, and I'm going to add texture down with the what you call it, die gras, waar die gras en die grond ontmoet, where they meet. So we're gonna add some texture there. Just to bring dimension. In it. So I'm just using my brush, a dry brush. So if you look at the bottom of your for instance, if you've got a garden and you sit down and you look at your flowers, and so the part that's underneath all that flowers are darker, so that is just to make it darker. So I hope this is right. Sorry, I'm talking to myself now. Okay, now I want to go over with green again, just to make that part. Okay, I don't like this brush. I use this one. You don't need to, if you want to add more texture, then you don't need to, if for instance when I'm painting here, I leave a little bit of a line. It's just to add texture towards your painting. Let's see. I want to do a little bit yellow again. The yellow is just to break that green. So it makes your green a little bit lighter if you use the yellow. Then you don't need to use white. Okay, I think that's enough for me at this moment. Okay, I'm gonna close all my paint and then we're gonna start working on the lavender. So by the time when you start working on your lavender, I think the grass will be dry. Okay. So now I already made, I don't know if this is dry. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of those, but I'm going to make us some. So if you make purple, you're going to use, if you don't have purple and you want to make it purple, you're going to use blue and red. Okay, so if you mixed, let's just mix it so I can show you guys. It depends on what shade of purple do you want. If you want a more red shade of purple, I think it's magenta, you're gonna add more red in. If you want blue, you're gonna add more, to get it more violet, you're gonna add more blue. Yeah, if you want more violet, you're gonna add blue. So that is just how you learn. So as you guys can see, this is very blue. So now you can just add again green. You just add some of those. So now this is too dark, so I want to use, I'm going to use a little bit white. Let's just go like this. So blue and red makes purple. So as you can see, this purple got a little bit more red to it, and this one's got a more blue to it, so it's a little bit more violet. So it all depends on what shade do you want. So I like the blue one. I'm going to take this dry brush of mine. You can use any brush that you're comfortable with. Let me just close all this paint. Okay, and I'm going to take white. I'm going to put it next to my mixed, that I mixed. Okay, now all I'm going to do, let me just, okay, I'm going to put my brush in the purple paint, and I'm put it in the white paint and purple paint, and I'm going to mix it until I want it, the color, or the how much paint I want on my paintbrush. So now all I'm going to do, I'm going to press like my lavender on that. So if it's too white, you add your, if it's too white, you add purple. Now I'm just going like this. Let me just, my brush has got a little bit too much green in. Green on. Okay. Now I'm going to start. So I've decided I want my cluster of lavender this side. So I'm just going to start adding lavender flowers there. So it's easy. You just press down your paintbrush. And there you go. Want to add more definition in. And remember, with this painting, there's no right or wrong. I want this one a little bit whiter. There you go. And this one. I'm just going to add everywhere lavender flowers that I want. So remember, if it's a little bit too purple, just add white, put white on your paintbrush. And have fun. I think that's the part of this, is just to have messy fun with your paintbrushes, or with your paint and your paintbrushes. Just want to close. Yeah, the sun is shining on me. I don't like that. Just want to add more white to some of the parts. Good. So as you can see, that's a very purple one. So I'm just going to take my palette knife, add a lot of white. all we're going to do is just put that flowers there. And if you don't want your lavender to be purple, you can add white. You can make a white lavender. I want more white this side. This. Okay, I think I've got a lot of purple now. Okay, and you're just going to do it how you want it. Now, I just want to add mine a little bit pink. I hope my pink is still okay. Oh, it's dry. Okay. I'm not gonna. My pink will dry. Let's use a little bit of this. Just to add a little different one in. You can use any purple color that you have. Genigtig. Let me choose. I want to use more of this. I like this color. And yeah, I really want to add more pink in. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take my red, take some red, just going to red, white. Okay, so red and white makes pink. That's two. Just gonna add some of this white. There's a lot of white here. There you go. Some pink. I don't know how it looks from top from the video. So I'm just gonna add now everywhere some pink lavender. Let's just add this side. Just gonna add like some lavender bushes here. Some white. Oh, there you go. Okay, let me just put this one here. Now, let me just see from top. Okay, yeah, I like it. And now I want to see some of the green a little bit hiding away now. So I just want to add some height. Here you go. This might just make that one darker. Just to let it stand out a little bit. Okay, maybe I still got some of this dark. No. Oh, I've got. And this is the lavender field. Okay, so if you want to, you can add clouds. I don't want to add clouds by mine, but if you want to, you can add clouds. So all you can do is maybe just take blue with white and with a dry brush, and then you just go over. It depends on what you want. Okay, so yeah, and then when it's dry, you can add your name, and this is for this week's lesson. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah. Okay, I think that this is for today. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think I said it already, but enjoy your day further, and remember, if you're struggling with something, just to pop a message, and I will help you. I'm really available if you guys are struggling with something, but this is actually just easy. You just do some brush strokes to have the grass, and then you mix your purple. If you have purple, then you mix your purple with white, and you just press on where you want your lavender. I add pink in, and I add the other color purple in. and white, so it just brings more definition into our picture. And anyway, so this is this. Enjoy your day, ladies. Bye.